in here. I think we have turned a bit of a corner. I had quite a painful time waiting for metal and bioplastic to be produced, but what we have done is we've now got 4 of these metal processing plants here, which are processing the ore, and added to that, double panel, we are starting to make a little bit on metal, which is helpful. We've got 4 bioplastic processors, and that has helped a lot in that we're now able to get bioplastic. I have actually built round here, bearing in mind that we are subject to meteor strikes, a lot of, what am I trying to do here? Meteor strikes. And I am very, very worried about going out in one line as I normally do. I think I'm going to have to double, or almost, to get back so that we have 2 routes for everything. I think built-in redundancy is going to be an understatement for this area. I am very unhappy about the mine here because I believe that the distance that they are having to travel from this airlock is too far. I have reorganised this area. The airlock used to come off the oxygen cylinder there. Now that I have a control centre with 2 guards in, I have put 2 airlocks here. I have moved this slightly. I'm waiting for a starport here. And I have put in a big power storage unit here and another wind turbine. I keep wanting to call them windmills, they effectively are. We were slightly short of beds, so I put in more beds. And I'm trying to decide what to do next because I want to build a robotics facility. I want to move the mine over to this side if I can get one in. And I think actually that's the first thing I'm going to do, because if I can get that mine moved, I think this is all about efficiency. Can I get a mine over here? I can. I'm going to put one there because that is, this trek here, from here to here, is so much better than the one over here. Okay, what I'm going to do is to turn the mine off, actually, and I'm going to recycle it. Right. That's already recycled it. I missed a bit of metal there. I'm not worried about it. I'm more worried about this trip being so much better. And you can see how far he's got to come all the way right round to here. I think that's going to improve the efficiency. Good. Pending 1 resource. And of course the linkage. And then we should be able to get that mine up and running. Right, that's 1 efficiency. We need robots. How are we doing on power? I think we are okay. We're certainly okay there. I think we've got a lot of storage. Water we are okay. Oxygen we are okay. As long as we don't have too long. Now I think that where we're going to build robots is going to be up here, because we have the semiconductor factory here and we are progressing out in this direction. So I think what I'm going to do is to put in a robotic facility here. Right, now that's going to take 5 metal and 5 bioplastic. We have 3 metal available and 7 bioplastic, so we already have the bioplastic. Already, guys, this is starting to pay off. It pays off in another efficiency. If I want all the other to power up, then it will pay off. But the bad thing about it, of course, is that if we get hit by a meteor on either of these, it knocks our production out. That's the real balance. And look, now they've got the ability to go out here. It's going to be a lot easier, a lot easier. I have great ambitions to go round and through here. What I don't know is whether we could get a passageway through here, because I would love to have a control centre here, but I think it's too far. I could put it there, but I don't know whether I can get through this gap with a passageway, so I can get it right to there. Could I then, if I put that there, could I then get an airlock there? No, it's not going to take it. Okay. Worth a try. Look at this vast amount of rock here. Okay, so we're building a robotics facility. What else do we need? I think what we next need to do, food is holding up, could do with another canteen, but I think in the meantime this area here is not good because we've got our vitro meat processors here and our medics here. But I think that we can't, I mean, we're making our medical supplies now quite well, but I would quite like to put 2 more medics in here and then have a separate facility for the vitro meat that actually possibly comes down here and links into the storage here. And I think that sooner or later we're going to need another biodome. In the meantime, of course, let's have a quick look at the power. We're going into night. We've got 1, 2, full, 3, 4, 5, 6, all full. And that indicates to me that we could do with another power storage unit. How are we doing here? Pending 2 metal. Right, well, let's hold on till we've got this built. But I think that the next thing is going to be a power storage unit. I would love, I wonder if it would go in there. No, terrain's too rocky. Okay. I know it will go there, but I don't want it there. Okay, we'll have to think about that one. Right. Yeah, this facility is already being used. And that sets us up nicely to put a starport here, if we get rid of this sort of rather odd arrangement that I was using in order to sort everything out. That I think would give me, that would give me 4 metal, and I think I'd get 1 from each of those. So 4, 5, 6, 7, and starports take 10 metal. They also take a huge amount of power. Now, this is a dead end here, so what I might do is put another power storage unit. This is on the basis of built-in redundancy. Put one here, as close as I can get it now. And the reason for that, if I put it there, I think I would still get a starport in here, but I'm not sure. So I'll think about that one. I think we have to build the starport first, but then my idea is to double bank this with linkages so that I've got built-in redundancy. And it looks as if we have the robotics facility almost ready to be built. And they're going to come out of this airlock, which is not bad. But the area that is difficult is over here. Hello. We have an oddity there, don't we? I just wonder, that's a dead end, but I've cut a linkage that was going through there, so maybe, aha, maybe, could we get the power connector there? Could we get even a little one there? We can't. Okay, but what we could do is put that link in. Good. A little bit more built-in security. Trading ship. No, I don't need any of that. Thank you. Looks evil, that ship. Whenever it arrives, I'm always worried what's in it. Okay. And that is a sort of little dead end, isn't it? It's pending resources. Robots facility has been built. Right. Okay. Waiting for it to fill with oxygen. This poor little devil's going all the way round to build this linkage here. This is where we have problems, guys. We do need an airlock on this side somehow. But I don't really want it without security, so I know that they might come round all the way around from there. I have seen, you know, raiders come in from all over the place. Now, what can we afford? Very little. We're still short on metal. We have one usable. Right, well, the first thing we do is to get a repaired facility going. No point in building robots, and we have, funny enough, semiconductors. And then let's get, when we have the metal, the ability to at least build one robot. Let's start with those. Because when it comes to bots, I think we are very, very short of them. I'd be surprised if we even have one still. We have one bot, and you normally need about, I always work on the principle of 1/3 bed, 1/3 bot. See, he's carrying ore through here, but that's still not as bad at this little distance as it was before. So this will have increased the efficiencies in the mine quite substantially. Good, we've got a robot facility underway, which is good. Poor little guy has built that connection. I really must build an airlock before I build much out here. Now let's see if we could do that. What I want to build is a control centre. It only has to be a small one. And I want it as far that way as possible. Yeah, okay, we've got oxygen here. And then with any luck, I can build an airlock there. I have to go off there. And that airlock there, which I'll put in now, is going to make life a hell of a lot easier than the poor guys who are coming from here all the way round to get over to our power storage, which I've lost. I've lost our power storage, which is here. Here we are. So that puts the airlock here to mend the power storage here, and by having a control centre here, that means that we're going to be able to actually control it. That's a lot of metal lined up. And I think while I'm building these connections, I might build more. I'm going to build one across here. But I'm not going to do anything until I've got the airlock going. Right, so let's think about this. The next thing after that is going to be obviously power. Storage, that's at 96. Storage there, 61. And I believe that at the moment I have my landing permissions turned off. And that's just so that the game doesn't get out of control while I build up a bit. Because even with this number of people, we are building up on the bioplastic. Metal, of course, we are way out because I've used a lot up at this end. Spares, we have 5. Guns, we have 2. And also, we have 3 armed guards. So I've got 2 down here, and we'll put a 3rd up in the control centre that we're building up here. So as I said, what's holding us back now is just waiting for this metal to be built. And this one just needs 1 metal, and then we'll be able to build that. So even though we've only got 1 bot, we'll be able to repair it. But there is absolutely no point in building bots if you don't build the repair mechanism as well. Because that, probably if we'd had that earlier, it would have saved our bots. Good. I think that's all doing pretty well. So I'm going to put a cut here, guys, as I try to work on efficiencies all the time and built-in redundancy. The game here it's power hungry. You have far more meteor strikes, so you have to build in extra linkages, extra redundancy, and you have horrible solar flares, which cause a lot of radiation problems, and a lot of people get more injured. There's 1 injured there. Oh no, he's just unhappy. So you really do have to build in a lot of redundancy to cope with this very, very harsh environment. I think I'm beginning to understand the blue planet, but I may have spoken too soon. Bye, guys.